You know what we should do?
What's up?
We should just take like a universal like language or something that everybody takes part in.
Sure.
And then we should just like shift that whole thing by an hour. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that's the best. And you know what we could even do is like halfway into the year, shift it back. Like
back to what it was before.
Yeah, it'd be really fun. It'd be really fun.
And then eventually you're like, which one is it supposed to be? Right? We're up
exactly.
We're up in the air.
I feel like the funniest part about it is like people don't know how to program the clock on their microwaves. Like they'll just fucking be wrong all year. Or at least half the year.
I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's perfect. So yeah, this episode is not brought to you by daylight savings time because it's stupid.
It's so confusing. I kind of get it, but I also don't. I think Arizona, I'm pretty sure, they don't
They're
do
just
it.
like, nah, not doing it.
Like the entire state's like, fuck you. I don't want to do this anymore. And
so
I
then
feel
it's
like,
does my phone know that if I fly into Arizona?
Dude, I don't even know. Honestly, that's a great idea. We need to fly to Arizona
and find out
as the time is changing on Saturday morning or whatever the fuck it is. Is it Sunday morning? I don't remember. Actually.
It's Saturday to Sunday. It's Sunday morning.
Yeah.
I have to be honest though.
Okay.
Although I do agree it's a stupid concept, I reaped some pretty fine benefits from it. One, driving to work here at like 6 a.m. on a Sunday, the sun is just piercing my eyeballs. It's just horrible. So, I mean, if we can shift it so that way it's a little darker on my drive-in, love it on a Sunday morning.
Yeah.
Also, I got an extra hour's sleep, which I needed. So,
yeah.
In the same token, shout out to you, Daylight
This episode is brought to you by Daylight Savings Time.
It's awesome.
It's awesome. Woo! The other one where we lose an hour, go fuck yourself. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, whose idea was that? Why can't we just continue to gain an hour? Like,
we should shift back every time.
Yeah.
And then it's like, ooh, it's nighttime during the day. That's kind of fun and cute, right?
Yeah. Like, what time's your baseball game? 4 a.m. Why?
Yeah.
Because that's when it's light out. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, exactly. Now it's because of 1 p.m. I'm not, where am I? Is this Alaska? Okay.
Exactly. So, hey, let's start the show. It's a fun one.
It really is, yeah. Enjoy it.
I mean, we're awesome at this already, so it's like episode 78 or something. I don't remember.
Captain Obvious. Okay. Yeah, we don't care what number it is. Let's start the show.
I mean, we don't need an extra hour to do the show, but we had one, so we did it. So let's do this.
Happy or sad, it's story time with two fucking idiots.
Bro, you ever like put on a new shirt and it's like soft and comfy and you're like, think you look good? You're sure. You're absolutely sure that you look good.
For sure.
And then you like jump on a podcast with your buddy and you look like a bowl of split pea soup. You know what I mean? Like, oh, now that I'm looking at myself, this green just doesn't look the same as it did before I put it on.
It's got to be the right kind of green for me, and I tend to stay away, honestly.
Oh, man.
Unless it's like an Oregon Ducks shirt or something, I'm just not going to go anywhere near it for me.
I don't think you have an Oregon Ducks shirt?
I think I had one a long time ago.
Yeah, I think so. Christmas this year. I got you. So,
yeah, no, Ducks. I'm good. I don't know why I didn't choose the Mighty Ducks in that. No, but I don't think I ever owned a Mighty Ducks t-shirt.
No, someone came into the bar with a Toon Squad jersey on the other day.
Nice. New or old?
Cool. I think it was old. It
has to be.
It had like the cursive, right? Isn't it like, or like fancy letters?
I can't remember now. It was white versus like rainbow color or whatever it is.
Whoa,
I've never seen the movie. I've never seen the new movie.
Oh my gosh, it's actually not bad. It's not nearly like it doesn't even fucking touch the original. You know?
No, the original shaped a lot of our lives.
It was so good, and Michael Jordan was legit a pretty good actor, honestly, for what he was to be.
For real, most of the time, a couple of podcasts ago, I mentioned something about when celebrities have cameos and stuff. I meant athletes have cameos. I don't know why I said celebrities, but when athletes have cameos in shows, it is brutal sometimes. You're just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Joe Namath, you can't act. Get out of fucking Three's Company. Get out of here.
Especially when it's a show you enjoy.
Yeah.
It like just takes you completely out of it. You're okay, that's not real. But MJ did great. LeBron was okay, but they tried to make. I feel like I may have brought this up because I saw it at the drive-in with Sawyer like months and months ago.
It was probably like episode 13 or something.
Yeah, no one. Hopefully, there's more listeners now than there was back then. But it just was like the whole plot was that LeBron was like a dick to his son. It was like too much. Yeah, he's like, you gotta quit playing video games, practice basketball. He's like, but Dad, I developed a game and I love it. He's like, no. And at the end, he's like, well, maybe video games can be a bright future. Sorry. Spoiler alert.
That's interesting.
I just ruined the whole movie. You don't have to see it now. So
that's an odd take because the original Space Jam was just like they needed Michael Jordan to play with them so that they didn't become slaves.
Literal like slaves. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to know what they were going to do to Lola Bunny, bro. Let's be honest. In that first movie, she had it going on.
Oh, for sure. I don't know why they made her so bunny-like. Anyway.
Let's just say I would blow the candles out on that birthday cake. You know what I mean? I don't know what that means.
All right. Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back to the show.
This is
episode Who Gives a Shit? Okay. We don't care anymore, so stop asking.
I am Jordan.
And I'm Robbie.
And we're the two fucking idiots.
Yeah,
I didn't want to wait for you that time because every time we try to sync, it's just not perfect, but it's not terrible.
You know, you can just handle it. You're the, you're the good looking one here. So.
Hey, ladies. Anyway, how's it going, man?
Oh, good, man. I'm so tired, but in just a great mood.
That's good. It feels good because we got an extra hour today, which is great. And I made a couple of jokes that people, I don't think they understood that I was joking about the time difference, but it was 2:30 in real time. And I was like, feels like it's 3:30. No. And somebody's like, what are you, old? And I was like, you don't get the, we got an extra hour to, no. Okay.
Daylight say
right.
Fall back. Remember spring forward.
Yeah. I know that from November. A Ludacris song.
Is it? Or really? Which one?
I think it's Hip Hop Quotables. It's like a song I had you listen to on the way out here where it's just like quotes of like, it's just like little tiny
back
little
to back like puns. Not puns, but hits. Yeah. He was so good, dude. Ludacris.
Yeah, he's great.
Man, some people say best fast rapper, which it's hard to say because obviously Chicago's own Twista really can spit fast.
Yeah. There's too much in Twista songs where you're like, give it a rest.
Literally.
How many
put some space between your beats, bro.
How many fucking lyrics do you have to write for an 8-bar line? Like, holy fuck. What are you doing?
That's a lot of words. Whatever. All right. Alexander Hamilton, chill out on the writing, okay? But anyways, Luda brings the tude. He brings the swag.
For sure.
How did we get here?
I don't know, man. I'm also pretty tired. I've had a busy weekend.
Oh, yeah?
Yesterday, me and Steph, we participated in a great thing. We went to the Northern Nevada Food Bank with a bunch of people from work.
Oh, nice.
And basically, it was like a 2-hour thing, which to me, like, doing stuff like that is obviously not something everybody probably wants to do. It's not necessarily at first on my list. But for 2 hours and knowing that you're going to, like, help people, it is those 2 hours go by so fucking fast for me.
And, I mean, just to your point, like, you don't, like, 2 hours is good because you don't want to be around poor people longer than 2 hours. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of the cap.
Yeah. No, we did a soup kitchen thing back home, and that was awesome, but also super, like, eye-opening and, like, depressing at the same time. This was a little bit different. This is a food bank. We were actually just sorting food and then, like, packing it up, basically.
Yeah.
There was no like interactions with people or anything like that. But
Yeah.
you're talking about 12 to 15 people that work at a place where that's basically what you do.
Yeah,
And
you guys
we
probably
fucking torched that place, dude.
Yes,
it was like the guy that worked there gave us like 45 seconds of like instruction. He's like, "Yep, we're just gonna go through there, make sure the food's correct and not expired, and then we're just gonna put them into corresponding bins, and we're gonna have people put them in boxes and then put them there." And it was like people like moseyed on to where they thought they might go. I went with Steph, obviously, and we went to like the sorting part. So we were like breaking stuff out, and dude, I swear to God, it went from 0 to 1,000 in like a minute, because I think on some level, and this is me speaking, I'm not sure about everybody, but I didn't want to go in there and have somebody be like, "Yeah, these fucks are lazy as shit. They don't know what the fuck they're doing." So like, I think everybody was kind of pushing it a little bit, but then I also think there was a little bit of us that were like, let's fucking show off. Like, we know how to use a tape gun. Let's fucking do this.
Bit. Like your back's vibrating. Like,
for real. And we just destroyed it. Like, there was like seven or 8 pallets full of shit that we busted through, and they had to like give us more stuff. And the guy was like, "I've never seen it this clean after a Saturday on 2 hours or whatever."
But by the end of it, you guys are like, "Listen, if you want to be more efficient in your packaging," he's like, "Okay, sure."
Well, the whole time I was like, if we would have had like box cutters, this would have been fucking fast as shit. Like, if we knew that we were gonna do this, which I have my own issues with that.
With box cutters,
I mean, well, I was thinking like we could have easily like donated some shit to them, and we could have used it, and it would have been fine. But no, it was a good time. And then we went out for lunch afterwards as like a huge ass group, and then. This is so stupid. It was like a Mexican place. There were like college football all over the fucking place. But for some reason, there was a movie directly behind me, like right where the guitars are. And it was a movie called Centigrade. Do you know what that is?
No.
I never fucking heard of it. It came out in 2020. I know all about it now. It is a husband and wife get like trapped in a car and like a blizzard or something. And they are basically like iced into their car.
Yeah.
And it's just, there's a bunch of nonsense. The girl like gives birth like in the 4 or 5 days in. They stay in the car for like 30 days. So like while we're eating, everybody who's facing me is like every once in a while just like looking up like, what the fuck is happening? Exactly. So by the end of the meal, literally everyone was just like,
yeah.
It was so fucking funny.
Are they gonna get him out? The baby.
It was really funny. Yeah. But no, it was a good time. It was just, it felt good to help people and also show off how great we are at packing products.
I imagine like if someone who like I'm thinking like a Ted Lasso of basketball, like kind of knew what was going on, but got a coaching gig and showed up, and he was the coach of like the Harlem Globetrotters, and then he's like, "All right, well, so we just have to try to score the ball in that basket." And they're like, "Yeah, we know. You guys, you were the 90s Bulls." 96.
It was hilarious how many times I had to look up at people being like, "Why are we going so fast? Like this is voluntary. Nobody said we had to. I wore the wrong clothes for this." And like some of the food, it was like a lot of flour and baking shit. There was flour fucking everywhere because like a tiny little like seam that is ripped, there's just flour pouring everywhere. So it was kind of like slippery and like, but it was a good time. Everybody, I think everybody enjoyed the fact that it went by quickly because we were just burning through the shit. So it was fun.
Can I make one final observation about something that you talked about?
Go ahead.
Is soup like the worst food to give someone that's down on their luck? Like it's like degrading. It's hard to eat. Like
you need another thing to eat it with.
Yeah, you end up drinking it, then it's in your beard because they can't shave. You know what I mean? Like,
dude, that was brutal. Chris Graham was with me for that one, and I remember there was a guy who was like we were like passing out soup, not just soup, but food and drinks and stuff. And I remember there was a guy who was like, "Oh, we had this juice yesterday," and I remember thinking, "Fuck, this guy was here yesterday." Like shit, like
every
that sucks.
Do.
And then on a happier level, which I shouldn't have been laughing at, but there was a guy who ate an entire package of hot dog buns. Like he was like dipping it in like his chili or something.
Yeah.
But an entire fucking package of hot dog buns. It was like Kobayashi, honestly. He was just
Were they just
eating.
like, he'd be like, "Can I get 2 more?" And they like give him more. They
No.
just gave him a whole.
There was like an area where like Walmart, the local Walmart, would just give like bread that was like 3 or 4 days from expiring or something like that. And so there was just like packages of bread and stuff. And I remember just giggling to myself, like, dude, this guy, I feel bad saying it, but like he was hungry enough to eat an entire fucking package of hot dog buns. It was just really weird and funny to see, actually.
Yeah, we should be doing like burger kitchens and like things that are like heavy and will put some fat on their body to keep them warm or something.
Yeah.
But
it was nice to help out, but that one was just rough, and it makes me want to like do it more. But it was like,
it's a wake up call, dude. Definitely makes you appreciate what you have. It's crazy. So.
For sure. I have like 16 microphones, 15 headphones.
Yeah. I want to upgrade my Apple Watch. Like I don't need to. I don't need to. I just accidentally got the smaller one. I'm like, I just want to buy another one. It's bigger. So. One for each fridge. But I do love soup. So
soup's
specifically chicken and wild rice.
Split pea? No.
From Panera. Okay. Yeah, that is interesting. We are talking about soup quite a bit tonight.
Chicken enchilada. Pissed. Chicken enchilada for me was a life changer.
Dude, don't even. You just talk about food all episode. That'd be great. Considering I have been eating way less than I was. So let's keep that up. I'm not hangry at all.
No. No Burger King runs for you today.
Why would you say the words? Why would you do that?
Why would you say the words?
That was kind of my last hurrah. That's what I've been kind of doing the last couple of days.
Yeah.
I got a gym membership. Gone 3 days in a row. I just feel good, dude. It's so frustrating when you start working out again and you kind of get that little burst of energy. You just kind of feel a little better about yourself. And then you're like, I could have been doing this the whole time. Like, why was I not? You know, I know that's how it makes me feel every time. Yeah. I know that.
But sometimes Krispy Kreme is just like, come on, Rob.
Okay, now you're doing it on purpose. Okay, Krispy Kreme.
Sorry.
I usually, in the mornings on my way back from dropping Sawyer at school, grab a large iced coffee and no less than one chocolate frosted French cruller. You know what I mean? Because they're just the right amount of crunch. Sure. Anyway, it's been weird not asking for that. I'm like, I feel defiant when I don't. But so today I went to the gym after work. Mm-hmm. And you probably know it's like a pretty important decision which treadmill you're going to get onto, right? Because at least at the gym I'm at, there's like a wide array of different channels. They don't put the same thing on every TV, obviously. They want variety.
Yeah.
And usually it's like cryptocurrency or some like financial bullshit. Then it's like politics. And then like a local station, and then down at the end is like sports and, you know, King of Queens, maybe some Keeping Up with the Kardashians, which I'm all for when I'm running. You know, you got to have goals.
Yeah.
But today I chose the one down on this end because there was like a cute girl down at the other end, and I just didn't want to really get in her business. And everything was like fine at first because there was like a cooking show on like a Chicago's Best or something on WGN. But then almost immediately when I started working out, it switched to a telethon for Shriners Hospital, which I want to say right out of the gate, I fully support, you know. From what I was able to gather in like 29 minutes on that treadmill. Your money really does make a difference. So look into it if you're listening. I just want to start with that. But it was like you already kind of hate yourself when you're working out. It's for a little bit, for at least like part of it until you start to feel better. Mm-hmm. It's like, and just like the saddest things you could possibly see. Just like kids almost dying, parents crying and coming to terms with their children. Like,
for real.
But then they were making a rebound. And as far as hosts go, there was these like two younger gentlemen. I'm not sure. It was on mute. I was trying to follow along with the subtitles, but I don't know what they necessarily like suffered from.
Yeah.
But they They might have been the best hosts of any telethon. And I couldn't even hear them, but it's like looking at their face while reading the words.
Yeah.
It's like you could tell these guys were pros, you know.
For sure.
And they were like in wheelchairs. They were like, this next girl's a ballerina. And the kid's like spinning in circles.
Really?
And then they're like, yeah, literally. And then he stops. He's like, whoa, I'm dizzy. And he's like, dizzy with contributions to helping the children. Let's send it to the video and see how Akira made it through. And I'm
That's
like,
hilarious.
literally, this could not be better for Shriners Hospital because it's like they are the, you know, the people you're making a difference for.
Yeah.
And it's like fucking Simon and Garfunkel or Abbott and Costello up there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's hilarious.
Oh, man, so grateful for that.
That's good.
Also, now that I'm working out again, it's all I'm going to talk about. So
Cool. It's not
get ready for
CrossFit,
that.
right? It's just
now that you mention it, no, it's just regular old like walking and running on a treadmill. And,
oh man, that's good. I definitely got to get back into that, but I'm just don't want to do it yet.
yeah, I was gonna say, I'm trying to ride this wave before the depressy, you know, sets back in and gets me on the couch. So
for sure. You know what? I always found that I started to like make excuses for,
what?
like let's say like a diet or something like that, and I would be like, well, I don't want to diet right now. I mean, Thanksgiving's like 3 fucking weeks away. Like,
yes,
that's ridiculous.
Exactly.
But then when you get to Thanksgiving, you're like, I mean, Christmas is like, it's right
around the corner. Yeah.
And then it's like, well, what am I going to not have nachos on New Year's? Like, of
New
course I'm
Year's,
going
yeah,
to.
duh.
Every
like,
fucking month has like something that you can fucking talk yourself out of doing the good thing. And it's, I mean, they're valid points, but it is frustrating. I remember going to my uncle's house for a March Madness party and being like sad because I was like, there are chicken wings, there's chili, there is, you know, roast beef, there, you know, all this shit that I was not supposed to have. And then like people had like fucking 15 things of cookies and
buffalo
brownies
chicken
and
dip and like
just all sorts of stuff that I was like, this sucks, actually.
Yeah.
I don't enjoy this. I'm pretty sure that time I was like, I'll start it tomorrow.
Yeah,
just fucking and I was like,
remember
I can't do it. I don't know what it is. It's just you start to equate like situations with the type of food you have and like the type of, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's brutal, but you just gotta fucking power through it. And I'm saying that to you, not me.
Yeah. all of a sudden, I feel so like, you know, motivated and strong. Thank you for that.
Speaking of motivated, did you watch any of the UFC fights last night?
No, I listened to the post-fight press conferences. I was working.
Gotcha.
I didn't buy them. But sounds like some bangers. Did you watch them?
I watched everyone from the who was it before Rose and Chung Lee or whatever fucking Burgos fucking.
I kind of know that guy.
Yeah, well, I remember that guy. What's it? Mike Finch was talking about him.
Yeah.
And dude, he was awesome.
Yeah.
But the motivation thing that I was gonna bring up is Rose Namajunas. Her corner was like amping me up. Like I couldn't like every time they go to like, you know, after the round, it's 5 fucking rounds. So I had 5 full minutes of Pat Barry and fucking 4 other people screaming at her, and I was like fucking just as pumped. Like, dude, for real. They were like, "You're the best. You're the best." And like I was just like, "I'm the best." Okay.
Bro,
dude,
that video before their first fight, Sang Wiley and Thug Rose.
Yeah.
Where she's standing in the corner and Bruce Buffer's announcing her name and she's going, "I'm the best. I'm the best. I'm the best." Dude, I watch that video every now and then when I need a good cry, bro. I don't know why. It's like it really speaks to me. I'm like, I'm the best.
And then I think even Rogan asks her like after the fact, like, "What were you saying?" And she's like, "I'm the best." And it's just like,
the best.
Yeah, it's like, you are, Rose. I love you.
Oh, dude. Yeah, she's awesome. I feel a little weird when Pat Barry's talking to her because it feels so intimate, you know, like it feels like a conversation we shouldn't be hearing, which it really is just a coach and a student, right? Or not a student even, because she's, as far as like technical talent, she's, I think, probably like way better than
She's
Pat
the
Barry.
best. I mean,
She's the best. Seriously. And Pat Barry had great boxing. He moved well. He was an undersized heavyweight. He was like 5'11" on a good day fighting monsters, right?
yeah.
Knocked out Czech Congo 3 times and then got knocked out by Czech Congo in the same fight. Like, super bad luck,
Yeah.
you know. But to hear them talking sometimes, when I'm like, maybe can we look at the other corner? Because I feel uncomfortable.
For sure.
But
it's
Trevor
a little,
Whitman's a genius.
It's cool seeing that stuff, like when they're that close. But yeah, I was getting pumped up, and I was sitting here. Literally, I was sitting right here watching it on the TV, and was just like, and then I watched the Colby Usman fight, and
I heard it was another good one.
There is something about Colby Covington that, dude, he's a fucking monster. Like, he got dropped twice in the second round, and I was like, oh my God, it's over. Over. For sure. And then he just, like, fucking Nate Diaz at, like, in the 4th round was just starting to tag Usman. And I was like, what the fuck is happening? Like, I couldn't believe it. Dude, I would watch those two guys fight 30 times in a row if I wanted to. Because it's an awesome fight.
So good. And he was like, they're like, I mean, he's lost twice. Could it happen? And even Kamaru Usman's like, he wins a couple fights, dude. Like, he's awesome at fighting. You know?
There was a cool moment after the fight, too, where they were, like, standing right next to each other, and Covington was basically like, I'm just trying to sell the fight, dude. Like, no big deal. Like, go get your money.
I think now.
Yeah, I think everybody knows, but it is funny to, like, see the curtain, like, behind the curtain a little bit sometimes, because you're like, oh, there's a good guy and a bad guy, or whoever you're rooting for.
Every time they would ask him in the pre-fight. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
You're good.
In the pre-fight press conference, they'd ask him a question he didn't want to answer. He'd be like, I just want to dedicate this fight to the first responders in New York and America, because they're the ones out there saving our lives, making a difference. They're the real heroes fighting on the streets for us. So the first responders, this fight's for you. I love you guys. And then everyone would go crazy and they'd move on, dude. It was genius.
Yeah,
it was
for real.
So good.
It does make you feel like you're like, wait, you guys don't hate each other? I'm fucking confused right now.
Yeah.
Because I thought this was like wrestling, but you guys are friends? Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, I think there is some weird blood probably, but really you guys, they're both they're helping each other make each other millions of dollars.
Oh, for
right?
sure.
Like,
for sure. I think they probably have conversations before that, like the ramp up and the promos. They're probably like, listen, man, I'm going to fucking give it to you.
Yeah. We're
going to try to sell this bitch out. I don't know what to tell you. Love you. Here we go. And just fucking going at it. But
it's just crazy.
Are you interested in the softball game that happened on Friday?
Softball game what?
Oh, the team that I'm on, the softball slow pitch, it's been kind of like amping up every single game. There's been a crazier story.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, okay.
Interested in that.
Sounds good.
No, please. Yeah, tell me about it. I actually meant to ask you about it before the pod because I'm like that excited.
This one,
crazy,
dude. Crazy.
Oh, no. Yes.
It was like the second inning. There was it was like 2 outs. A girl ran home. I didn't even see this.
Yeah.
But she like tripped over the home plate. No idea what happened. But our shortstop was like, she didn't tag home. So we threw it home, and the girl that was our catcher tagged the other girl, and the umpire was like, out. So it's 3rd out. Obviously, it was a cool play. I didn't see it, so good call out by our shortstop. You know what I mean? Like, awesome. The third base coach was, also a player on their team, was like furious. And he was like, how are you going to let him call the play? And he was like, I didn't let him call the play. I was just watching. And truth be told, he was. I like I said, I had turned around. I was like, oh, well.
He can't. The ump can't be like, she didn't touch the base.
Exactly. He just has to kind of stand there and let it happen. And I'm pretty sure, like, if she goes to the dugout, it doesn't count. I'm pretty sure that's the rule. I can't remember, though. So, anyway, they're, like, bitching at each other. And we got this guy on our team who is similar to me, if not worse, when it comes to, like, kind of chirping, like, little kind of one-liner bullshits back at him. So, we go out to or we get, go to bat, and we come back out for defense. And that guy is kind of standing like near the umpire a little bit. And that guy that I'm talking about was like, or the guy on my team
Yeah.
was like, hey man, get over it, man. It's just beer league softball. Like, chill out. Like, what's the big deal? You're down 2-0. Like, if you can't score 2 runs, you're gonna be in trouble.
Yeah.
And of course, that guy, super not okay with that.
Yeah. A proven hothead at this
yeah,
point.
yeah,
We know.
Yeah, already fucking short ass fuse. I'm like trying to be kind of nice to him because I'm like kind of afraid what's about to happen. So I'm like, hey man, it's cool. You're good. And I like put out my gloves because he has to throw me the ball because we have to switch balls. That's the dude that was doing it for me. And I was like, you good? I'm like, it's all good, man. It's only second inning. It's, don't worry about that guy. He's a jerk.
Yeah.
Not jerk, but I'm just trying to like ease the tension. He's like, no, it's cool. You guys just have a shortstop that can just call all the plays for us or something like that. And then the umpire was like, oh, I'm sorry. He says that. Then our shortstop was like, I was 10 feet away. And then the umpire was like, whoa. It was like, that's enough. No one else talks about this play. I'm done. Next person's gone. And the guy that's playing second, who's chirpy, is like, there you go, Blue. And it's just like totally fucking like razzing the other team, sort of. Very, very funny. So the rest of the game goes by. We're like winning, I want to say 10-6 or 10-4, I think, at this point.
Okay.
There's a play at home.
Oh, no.
And it's the end of the inning. There's a play at home where somebody throws it from the outfield. It literally gets all the way to the catcher, who tags who else but the guy who's fucking already mad.
No, dude. No.
The guy who's already mad. First of all, he doesn't slide. He doesn't do anything. She's kind of standing on the base because there's some people that I don't think fully are aware of what's a force out and what's not a force out.
Yeah.
But not a big deal. But she tags him. I don't know if he was out or not. It was definitely close. But the umpire called him out, and he fucking lost his fucking mind, dude. He was like, that's bullshit, and was just like going crazy. Of course, it's the third out, so I let out a patented, woo! I'm fucking
Ric Flair,
dude. I am fucking so pumped that we even made like a great play to end the inning.
Yes,
especially
of course.
because the madder he is, the happier I am.
Yes.
And so he's arguing.
And
and
call's
they go
already
back-
made, by the way, so it's not like it's gonna change, right? Like,
yeah, the call's
the
already
ump's
made.
not gonna go back.
No
Sorry.
idea. So they're arguing back and forth. The fucking umpire and him are kind of going back and forth, and he's like, "You're out of here," and he like throws him out. Then another guy gets in his face and is like, hey, he's just trying to ask him. And he's like, yeah, you too. And like they only have like 11 people on their team. So like he throws out like 4 other people, I think. And then by the end of it, he's like, you don't have enough to continue. Forfeit, you guys win.
What, dude?
I mean, it was fucking crazy, dude. It was an awesome way to win. And of course, like I said, we're just trying not to like chirp too much, but of course, like I'm just yelling and
I'd be pouring Gatorade on the ump, be like, "Thank you for winning the game for us."
It was hilarious. The worst part about it though is because this is like a rec league, like goofy whatever.
Yeah.
There's a stipulation in the rules that say like if you're thrown out, you're like suspended for like the remainder of the season or something like that. It's not, I mean, how do you get thrown out in a goofy fucking league? You know what I mean? Like,
Dude,
just be relaxed. It's not a big
agree.
deal. Nothing needs to be that crazy. But yeah, so we won by forfeit. And to be honest though, we were already winning though. So
Yeah.
I mean, winning by forfeit doesn't make any sense, but whatever, it's no big deal. But it was kind of cool to there were some people that weren't at the game because they were doing other stuff. We like texted the group chat and was like, we won by forfeit and 3 guys get thrown out. And I was thinking in my head, like, they're not going to believe that. That sounds like far-fetched, like we made that up, but it's the 100% truth.
You did make it up.
It was awesome, dude.
Yeah.
The guy it had to be that guy, right? It couldn't have been anybody else. It
The
had
play
to be
at
that
home,
guy.
out, yeah. I love that.
Oh,
I
yeah.
also love the fact that he got tossed and then like Dusty Baker came out and was like, he's just trying to, he's just trying to have fun.
Yeah.
He gets tossed, dude.
Like, imagine we're on the third base dugout. All of us just walked off the field because we just got the third out. But we all see this argument going on. So all fucking 20 of us are like standing outside the dugout, visibly just watching the fucking argument go down. And like everything that happened, we were like, "Oh my god!" Like it was just hilarious. It was.
Dude.
There were like 3 or 4 people that were trying to be mature on our side, and they were like, "Guys, just let it be. No one say a word.
Get in the dugout, guys. Come on."
Yeah, exactly. But everybody else was kind of like, "Hey, yeah, Blue. He said you were ugly too." You know, like we're trying to make it worse.
He kissed your wife. That's amazing, and I hate to do this to you, but you're gonna have to fight someone next week. Like,
I know.
Physically fight someone just to top this story.
I know. It's gonna
If
be
there's
awesome.
any weeks beyond that, you're going to jail for murder. So
I mean, what are you gonna do? But yeah. I brought that up after the show or after the game, and I was like, "This is definitely going in the pod." And people were like, "Really?" I'm like, "Yeah, my life is in the podcast. I have nothing else going on. I'm not.
You're here. You're in it.
Make things up. Yeah, you're just saying that to me. What was that quote? What was it?
Yeah. Also, congratulations on your baby. So if you finally made it here and are listening on Spotify,
I hope so. He did mention he was going to try. So
we are alumnus of the same school, but I don't know if I know him.
No, he's like 4 years younger than us.
Nice and way more successful than me. What a fucking surprise!
Hey man, it's like 30 minutes in. This is this is a full-length episode, so I think
that's true.
I think it's time.
You ready for some mind-blowing facts?
Yep. I am ready.
What oh yeah. I'm obviously prepared for this. So
so there was a mix-up.
What?
There was a mix-up.
Yeah. Jordan forgot to get a mind-blowing fact, so I'm going to let him use mine.
Yeah, that's totally fine.
I'm going to transfer all the knowledge from my brain to his brain right now.
Nice.
And, Jordan, I'm a little disappointed in you for not preparing properly. But as the great guy that I am, I'm more than happy to let you
Sounds good.
have the facts.
Sounds good. All right. Do you know Easter Island, right?
Yeah, it rings a bell.
Yeah. So you probably know the Moai statues. Those like big ass fucking heads that are on the island.
I'm here. Right? Yeah.
You've seen Night at the Museum? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That big thing that's like gum, that thing.
Gum. Yeah.
Those things are fucking cool. It's a little scary. It's a little scary that that whole island they cultivated themselves out of existence because they just like ran out of resources and stuff.
Yeah.
They like used all the trees for like fucking houses, and then they didn't have enough like apples or whatever. Like, I don't know.
Exactly.
I don't know how it works.
There's a finite number of resources. For sure.
The Moai statues are cool for like 1,000 different reasons. It's just weird to see them because you're like, where the fuck did these come from? But they obviously can track things like that. Don't ask me how. There are 887 of those on that island, which
what
is so fucking many.
Dude, I thought there was like 5 of them.
I thought maybe like at the most 30. Like I've seen a huge string of them. 887. Now I'm not sure. I know the tallest one is 33 feet tall, but I'm not sure if like there are several hundred that are like 3 inches, you know what I mean? Like chess pieces. Like I doubt it because why would they? But I really don't know. But I wrote down some facts about those because I just feel like they're semi-interesting. So
I'm intrigued right now, which I already knew this because it was originally my fact. So go ahead, Jordan.
Yep. So the first one, apparently they know that it takes an entire year to carve one of those fucking things.
That is my first question. 1 year?
1 year. Like, I don't know if that means like one guy or like a team of people fucking collaborating. I'm not 100% sure, but just 1 year. I don't know. Maybe there was like 2 people doing it. I have no idea.
That's true. Like, did this take 887 years?
I mean,
maybe they had teams. It was like,
I don't know. There's still like a little bit of question about how they got moved to where they are. Yeah. Because apparently they were carved or chiseled or whatever like 11 miles away from where they stand.
Okay. Then, I mean, it's pretty obvious.
Aliens.
Yes. I mean, without a doubt. There's no way that it isn't.
I watched an entire documentary about how they think they were moved. And they think they were moved by tying. They're kind of like they kind of look like penguins almost. How penguins have like a really like big chest and they kind of like lean forward. That's how they're kind of standing. Yeah. So they think that they tied like ropes around like the upper middle part, and then like pulled on one side and then pulled on the other, and basically like waddled it the entire way by having somebody like pull ahead of it. I don't know. They kind of did like a proven like, you know, like a prototype or whatever, and it did work. It just seems ridiculous to have to do that for 11 miles, and like I don't know how many are in that situation, but 11 miles is a long time to be rocking like a fucking 50 ton thing. Like,
and they're wrong because it was aliens. Okay?
Definitely was.
It's not like the pyramids that they were moved a log from the back to the front. Like, that's not true either.
No, dude,
they're
aliens.
Massive. There's no way.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're too crazy. Nearly all of the statues face away from the sea, which what does that mean? Are they like embarrassed? I don't know what that means.
Turning their back on the ocean?
Maybe, like, I don't know. I just thought that was interesting. I'm sure it means something.
Yeah, I mean, it could boil down to the fact that, like, maybe the water erodes them faster or something.
Sure.
They were like, it wipes it away. But I would like to think that, yeah, someone, like, drowned. Like, Cousin Billy drowned, and they were like, you know what? Fuck the water.
Fuck the water.
They don't fucking care about us, so we're not going to look at them. We're going to take a whole year to make this gigantic face, 33 feet high, fucking 95 tons.
Yeah.
We're going to waddle that bitch 11 miles. We're going to turn our back on the sea. And that's how we're going to show them.
That'll show them.
That'll show them.
The thing about you just said is that they're 33 feet tall heads.
Yeah.
They're actually full bodies.
Really?
Like the heads are sticking out of the fucking ground, and they're actually like full bodies where they are shaped kind of like a J almost, not a full J, but like a very slight curve. It's just very weird.
Dude, I forgot. I actually for sure saw something about that and thought it was fake. I didn't think there was any way, because for the longest time they just thought it was heads, right?
Yeah, I don't know. Somebody was like, "Hey, let's dig." I think.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Let's for once.
I have no idea, but it is weird that they're entire bodies versus like, I mean, not entire. They're just like torsos, but.
Are they anatomically correct, and how low do they go?
I mean, how do you think they got so deep, bro? They just fucking dug themselves into that ground.
That motherfucker's swanging. Okay.
And then finally I have is one of those like, how the fuck do they know this?
Yeah.
How? They think that there's a theory why they were created. And they were created as a like direct result to leprosy. So leprosy was like destroying their colonies or something, and they were like, you know what we need to do? Fucking 30-foot tall stone statues that are facing away from the sea. That'll
bury that bitch in the ground. Yeah.
It literally, when I read it, it was like they created these to reverse the damage of leprosy, and I was like, how the fuck? First of all, how do they know that?
Sure.
Second of all, why would they have thought that was going to reverse anything? Like, I don't understand.
I mean, we know that back then, like a bolt of lightning would make you think that God was mad at you. So I mean, they maybe thought that God was mad or something. I mean, do you know when it?
They were carved between 1250 and 1500 CE. So I believe that's Common Era. I believe.
I'm not smart enough for this podcast anymore, dude. You've pushed me out.
No, I think that's what that means. So, but I mean, they were obviously on an island with like no Wi-Fi. So how the fuck are they supposed to know anything?
Yeah, like how did they YouTube how to sculpt these whole J looking ass bodies?
Dude, there are so many fucking like facts around like old sculptures of stone, and people are like, they didn't have any tools. How the fuck did they do this with bones? Like, what other hard thing can they do this with? And that's the basic idea why the show Ancient Aliens exists, basically, at this point.
I don't I don't.
That's literally what it is.
Yeah, it's 100% that.
It's like they are like, how do they do that? I don't know. Let's have 15 seasons, 45 episodes each about this exactly.
When you can't prove it, it's like you can just keep asking questions. You know.
Yeah, yeah. And that guy's hair, he just puffs it up, and he's like, aliens. That's what he says.
The super nice 65-year-old man that I buy my marijuana from, at the dispensary legally, is big into that stuff.
Yeah.
Conspiracy theories. I think I've maybe mentioned it before, but like,
sure.
It's so fun to me to just be a part of that conversation. And he mentioned that they found like a modern hammer, obviously made out of like driftwood and formed stone on the end of the driftwood. Sure. And it was like it's 2 million years old or something. Yeah. And he's like, and that implies that there were modern tools back then, and that maybe civilization was more evolved than we expected that it was. Yeah. And there was a great thing, like maybe an asteroid hit the planet and then wiped all that out, and we had to start over. And I'm like, I'm way too high for all this right now. You know, like I can't hear that anymore. But
there's an amazing podcast with Joe Rogan, actually, with Graham Hancock, who, that dude, you could listen to that 3-hour podcast and you would for sure be like, there was an ancient civilization that was wiped out with a fucking major, situation. And I have like several audiobooks of that guy, because he's written many books about, this topic basically. And
does he have a British accent?
Yep. Right. He's fucking cool as shit.
Is he the guy that's like, in South America, the jungle is so thick that you just can't even imagine there's probably civilizations buried in there we've never even come across before.
I love how your British accent is like a drunk guy talking British science facts. No, his shit is. I think his shit is like out there sometimes. Like I don't think it's like mainstream accepted, but there is a part of you that's like, I mean, it makes sense. Go back like Tepe, dude. How do you think I know about that?
Yeah. Okay.
That guy.
Dude, I love all that shit. Yeah. I will say again, proudly from rooftops, I am a conspiracy enthusiast for sure. For sure. Maybe not a theorist, but definitely an enthusiast. And, I mean, can a building... No, just kidding. We're not gonna...
Jet fuel doesn't melt... Anyway,
steel beams, okay? So,
all right,
Tower
that's the
7.
podcast. That's the podcast.
We appreciate you guys for listening.
Thank you guys. This is our first endeavor into these once a week full ones again. So appreciate you guys listening. We'll have a bunch of interesting videos, and we're gonna try to talk about some shit that we don't fully know. So we'll see our reactions to things.
We'll see how it goes, and you let us know what you think. If there's anything you think we should do, anything you think we shouldn't do. Yeah. Chances are we're gonna still do them, especially if they're embarrassing. So
most likely, yes. So send us an email to fuckingidiotspod@gmail.com. Hit us up on Instagram, TikTok,
socials,
Facebook. All of those things that you definitely have access to in your pocket.
You're probably surfing them right now while you're driving. So just click on Insta. Yeah,
just like some things, whatever. But we'll see you guys later.
Yeah, catch you later. Love you guys. Peace.
You fucking idiots.
Happy or sad, it's story time with two